In the ever-shifting tides of celebrity scandal, few names have weathered storms with the poise and calculated precision of Beyoncé and Jay-Z. For years, they stood as the untouchable royalty of the music industry, an empire forged in diamond-encrusted albums, sold-out tours, and curated mystique. But now, that empire teeters on the edge. The glossy veneer is cracking, and behind it lies a reality darker, murkier, and more dangerous than anyone imagined. As the legal firestorm around Diddy Combs intensifies, so too do the whispers that Beyoncé and Jay-Z might not just be innocent bystanders. No longer merely on the periphery of the drama, their names are now floating near the center of a growing federal investigation. According to increasingly vocal sources and newly surfaced allegations, the power couple might be preparing for a strategic disappearance, one not driven by leisure, but by fear. It all began unraveling when Diddy's legal troubles transitioned from tabloid spectacle to full-blown federal scrutiny. Courtroom bombshells, videos, testimonies, sealed documents, painted a portrait of a lifestyle entrenched in excess, coercion, and control. But as prosecutors allegedly shifted their gaze, attention began to settle on those closest to Diddy. The speculation wasn't idle. Reports claimed that Beyoncé had begun quietly canceling tour dates, while Jay-Z was looking into exit strategies. Their alleged destination? Somewhere without an extradition treaty with the United States. The streets were talking, and not in whispers. Rumors suggested the pair was planning to pull a Russell Simmons, escaping potential legal backlash by vanishing abroad. But this wasn't just about association. Allegedly, Beyoncé wasn't simply adjacent to Diddy's infamous party circuit, she may have been a participant. Private industry events that once passed for elite networking gatherings were now being re-evaluated through the lens of freak-off culture, where power and access blurred into something far more sinister. When rapper Deeb recounted a 2020 invite to a select gathering at Diddy's LA estate, Beyoncé and Jay-Z were named as two of the few present. What once might have seemed like industry camaraderie now looked like complicity. But the storm doesn't end with their party attendance. It follows a pattern, a chilling, persistent pattern that many are only now connecting. Jay-Z's history with young, rising female artists has long carried an uneasy subtext. Most notably, his alleged relationship with then 15-year-old Foxy Brown has haunted his legacy for years. While Jay-Z worked hard to reshape the narrative, former Rockefeller co-founder Dame Dash only added fuel to the fire with his squirming refusal to deny the rumors during a candid interview. When asked about it, he recoiled, not with outrage, but with discomfort, pointing the interviewer toward Jay himself rather than offering any defense. Complicating the picture further is Jay-Z's long-documented partnership with R. Kelly. The duo toured together, recorded an album, and projected a brotherly camaraderie even as the world began to uncover the truth about R. Kelly's predatory past. Dame Dash later admitted that this was the final straw in their professional relationship, stating plainly that he couldn't stand by someone who stood by a known abuser. With this context, Jay-Z's public image as a reformer, a once drug dealer-turned-billionaire mogul, loses its sheen. He becomes, in the eyes of critics, not just complicit, but a mirror image of Diddy, powerful, unchecked, and hiding behind his influence. And then there's Beyoncé. The image of Queen Bey, poised, commanding, invincible, has captivated the world for over 2 decades. But behind the music videos and tour lights lies a story few have dared to tell. According to insiders, her life has never been truly her own. Molded from childhood into a product, a brand, she's reportedly struggled for control over her own decisions. Those close to her describe a tightly managed existence, one in which her every move, every breath is measured, packaged, and sold. Her former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, has emerged with disturbing claims. He alleges that Jay-Z deliberately introduced substances into Beyoncé's life, an insidious form of control designed to keep her dependent, compliant, and quiet. The stories echo Cassie's harrowing allegations against Diddy, suggesting a parallel pattern of addiction, emotional manipulation, and total psychological control. According to those in the know, Beyoncé has been quietly begging for an escape. Not just from Jay-Z, but from the entire machine, her team, her public image, even her family. Some sources whisper that she's contemplated disappearing entirely, not out of rebellion, but out of desperation. And now, with the legal fire closing in, her window of escape may be narrowing. The signs are all there. The once iconic Rock Nation brunch, an annual staple of industry celebration, vanished without a trace after Diddy's scandal exploded. No announcements. No apologies. Just silence. Beyoncé and Jay-Z, once omnipresent on social media, have gone dark. And fans, long defenders of their idols, are starting to ask the unthinkable. Were we blind all along? In the vacuum of answers, speculation has rushed in. Beyoncé is allegedly pulling out of contracts, shelving tours, and funneling funds into what appears to be a calculated exit. Some even believe divorce was on the table, until the looming legal threat forced the couple to align, not as lovers, but as co-conspirators in crisis. Together, they are said to be scouting countries with favorable protections against extradition, buying time with luxury property purchases and quiet offshore movements. What was once a power couple's dream now reads like a cautionary tale. This isn't just tabloid fodder anymore. The legal world is taking note. There are calls to flag their passports, monitor their assets, and open formal investigations. And the scariest voices aren't coming from tabloids or clickbait blogs. They're coming from fans. Lifelong admirers of Beyoncé now speak in hushed tones about the signs they missed. The melancholy in her eyes. The robotic interviews. The sense that she was never quite free. Jay-Z, too, is running out of places to hide. Old interviews are being replayed. Legal documents re-examined. Former collaborators, once silent, are now speaking up. And Dame Dash, the one man who knows where the bones are buried, seems increasingly unwilling to take the fall or shield anyone's legacy. The fall of an empire doesn't always come with a bang. Sometimes, it starts with a brunch that doesn't happen, with a tour that quietly vanishes, with a flawless queen who disappears from the spotlight. For 2 decades, Beyoncé and Jay-Z built a kingdom of sound, style, and silence. But the silence isn't protecting them anymore. The dam is cracking. The shadows are moving. And with federal heat turning into a full-blown fire, they may soon find that even the most powerful names can't outrun the truth. Will they make their move in time, or will the empire fall before they can vanish? If you followed Beyoncé and Jay-Z for years, what are your thoughts on the new allegations and their sudden silence? Do you believe they're trying to escape justice, or is this all just a conspiracy gone too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind the headlines.